I'm Yvette Essen, Head of Communications and Marketing Engagement for CyberCube, and I'm in New York for CyberCube's flagship Dimensions conference. At the conference, we were very privileged to have Joel Spurlock, VP of Data Science for CrowdStrike, as the keynote speaker. He talked about artificial intelligence and how cyber criminal actors are employing AI and deploying it. And he also told us what the insurance industry should be doing about it. Joel, thank you very much for your time. Can I ask you to briefly describe to me what your role is at CrowdStrike?
Thank you, Yvette. Yeah, so my role at CrowdStrike as Vice President of Data Science, my teams essentially put the learn in machine learning. So we help design and build the models, the technologies that allow us to defend our customers, as well as looking forward against the adversaries and what we need to develop to be successful a couple of years in the future.
Joel, you covered a lot in your session here as keynote speaker. Perhaps you could just highlight a couple of the ways in which cyber criminals are using AI in their latest methods today.
Certainly. So AI, just to take a step back, is good for adversaries in the same way as it's good for defenders. It allows them to scale and automate. So if I think about what adversaries are doing the most today, it's for things like phishing, AI-generated voice and video. They're able to effectively scam or attack the human in a way that it's very hard for them to discern. Simple errors like misspelling or an incorrect word is no longer possible to identify phishing. You have to be much more sophisticated as a defender. Another area that adversaries are using to leverage AI, beyond things like malware creation or accelerating the overall attack, is AI itself is an adversary. It's like the untrusted intern, it's the insider. And so as we build out these technologies, the adversary can interact with the AI systems we create using the same technologies they use to attack a human. Data is now code, and so when you build an agent and you plug it into your data lake and all of your critical data, the adversary can interact with that system and have the AI agent work on their behalf to get to the next step. It becomes a real challenge, especially when we're thinking about data protection, when we're thinking about controls around the data and the liability that you would have if that's exposed externally to an organization.
So what is your advice to the insurance industry for themselves and for their clients, bearing in mind these latest AI threat actor trends?
So AI being leveraged by attackers doesn't actually change the nature of security. A lot of the same principles that were true before the adversary leveraged AI were true today. You need to make sure you control your attack surfaces. You need to make sure that you have an understanding of your assets and what controls you have placed on those. You need to follow regulations and compliance. The thing about AI in large cases, it's a data protection problem. You need to make sure you're not exposing your data out where it shouldn't be. And then the other thing that we need to think about is scale. So the adversary is going to be able to scale more effectively with AI, whether it's with targeted phishing or targeted malware or executing attacks more efficiently. And when we think about that, we need to, as defenders and as risk managers, practice and ensure that our defenses are operating at the timescales and tempos that the adversary is operating at. That means purple teaming, that means tabletopping, that means understanding your controls. Even the basic stuff like, is it deployed and is it on, are the things that you should keep track of.
Great, Joel. Thank you very much for your time.